Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LTA North. Spring 2025.
We will also see Ayla making his way up, but he won't be there in time. Busio might at least look for the angle here for the headbutt. Polv try to go after Sniper, but Sniper's already back towards the turret in time. Nice use of the ulti there from Bwipo. Sniper in danger. First blood over to the big man as FlyQuest is on the board, but River's ready to get one back. The Gragas will not escape from this as Quid looks for a second. Does not find the seismic. It helps out a lot in laning phase compared to what some of the other dragons might do early on in the game. So that one...
Very efficient, quick move from FlyQuest to get the Pantheon ult out, but not overcommit to the play. You can see they called it off immediately. Ayla wants to keep it up, though.
Yeah, Ayla jumps in after Bwipo, who's taking a ton of damage here. Sniper wants to go to the skies. River is not close enough to get the killing blow there on the Gragas, but now it's Busio in danger. Flash in from Ayla to lock him up there with the Nautilus passive, but a little bit more damage is still required. Oh, a beautiful Comet Spear secures the first, and now they're going to claim the second. 100 Thieves get two. FlyQuest
Full
gets...
control of the lead up to the river, and they're just going to opt to wait a second. They might catch.
Ayla wanted to go in there, but the back end of the shot.
Even worse for them now to try and fight, and a lower value objective in the Rift Trail. So I think another correct call considering the situation they're in from FlyQuest. So just go for the trade on the bottom side, get that tower gold, get it into the Azir where they do need it, and try not to give up anything on the other side of the map. Seems like they'll be fine.
Ayla wants the dredge line, but takes a ton of damage. Immediately has to be saved by the Fate's Call, but now it's FBI in trouble. Grand Starfall over the top as River makes his way into the fight, and now they've locked up Inspired here in the front line, and FBI's got the first kill. It looked a little wild here at the start, but Sniper arrives to make it even wilder. Busio and Masu trying to get away as River jumps forward. A little bit more damage is needed, and Quid provides. Busio falls. 2-0 for 100 Thieves in another fast fight.
Dude, they are smashing them! 100 Thieves here showing up in a huge way. FBI is going to destroy the rest of this turret with Shelly.
All the way back over the wall.
He doesn't get to finish off the minion wave.
Okay.
It's fine!
Whatever, it's fine!
I don't really understand if people would predict FlyQuest because they're more consistent, but we're going to fight for sure. Teleport comes in.
All right, Busio in danger, but the TP right behind 100 Thieves means it could turn around very quickly as Bwipo makes his entry, and River is shut down. Beautiful start there for FlyQuest, as it looks like the second should be guaranteed. There's no Fate's Call ready to save Ayla, and Bwipo even lives. Now the pressure's on to Sniper, but Busio falls to Quid, that empowered extra rock.
They had the deep ward to teleport on, and they use that to try and bait in and trap River. And so they get their trap kill here on River. It was a very good
over the wall, and there's Sniper's flash. He knows that could be a real problem if the Azir manages to get that angle, that pincer attack on him. Now 100 Thieves grouped up on the left. It's FlyQuest on the right, and they're the ones with the Drake aggro, but it's not dropping very quickly at all. Both teams know it's going to be a fight first as Ayla goes in, finds Bwipo, knocks him up into the air. Beautiful burst down onto the Gragas, and the top laner's out of the picture. 100 Thieves use quite a few resources on it, though. How are the cooldowns going to play out here? FBI jumping in, Ayla thrown forward, Fate's Call, needs to try to lock up Masu, but he's surely going to drop first. Now Busio's got to try to get away, but he re-engages instead. He's trying to use the tankiness, but a massive Shurima shuffle coming out from Quad as FlyQuest fight back, and now they've overtaken the fight. It's Quad and Masu against River and Sniper, and Accelerated Shock Blast is not enough to save Quid, and FlyQuest gets a 4 for 3. It's a bloodbath in bottom side.
Oh, what a fight!
And FlyQuest are the ones with the gold lead as well as Bwipo goes in, looks for the engage here on FBI. He doesn't quite have the angle there in the explosive cast, but he has Busio, and that's good enough. Bwipo continues looking for a little bit more, but it doesn't look like they'll find a whole lot just yet as River flashes over the wall to escape yet another Emperor's Divide that would have been a death sentence. FlyQuest will claim their single kill, and it gets them a tier 1 turret to boot.
Oh, this is huge. FlyQuest, off of the spark of that dragon fight, are retaking control. Tower down now as well. They have full control of the map. 17 more seconds still left on Kalista. They're not going to rush towards the Otacon, though. Still takes a long time to take that thing down, and it's fairly dangerous to pin yourself in small areas like that. Quad should be okay, though, with the Azir passive. Just pop up the turret.
Yeah, that turret is a real lifesaver in situations like these. Any other mid laner, you are very scared of that particular situation, and looks like River ready to use the smite to lock up the FlyQuest mid before he's able to get away. Meanwhile, Quid's ride is interrupted. He wanted to use the Weaver's Wall to try to get up there and assist River, but instead he's going to be caught out, and now River is killed instead. Disjointed play from 100 Thieves. FlyQuest interrupting Quid's ride, and it's a massive punish.
Let's see about the Otacon fight afterwards. Sniper goes for a trade onto Bwipo. Bwippo, but this thing's going down actually fairly quickly while they've got an Alistar trapped inside the Baron pit.
They're trying to corral the cow, but it doesn't matter. Sniper's down, and Ayla and FBI surely aren't going to get anything of value here. Bwippo ready to keep on slowing these guys down, but he's got to be a little bit careful as now Busio jumps into the back, finds a knock-up onto FBI, and he's gone. Masu came knocking, and 100 Thieves dropping as FlyQuest now 3,000 gold ahead. Enemy team still 3 dead in the dirt. River just now respawning. Now, Kobe, now they start up the Otacon.
Flowers, it is mid-game, and 100 Thieves are crumbling. They thought they were going to get a trap onto Quad, was the very beginning of this entire play, but it is good comms for FlyQuest. You can see on the mini-map here already, Inspired that trap on 100 Thieves, and now with the Otacon revives.
Oh, Inspired jumping in after FBI here, putting on a little bit of pressure. Third hit of the third talent strike takes him down as Masu gets the kill credit. But man, what an Alistar game from Busio. Back all the way during the first kill of the game, perfectly cycling the CC there with Bwippo. The mid-game River fight where there's the massive Shurima shuffle that ends up winning it. It's Busio buying the time with his spacing, with his presence at the front of the fight. And there in that top side River, it's Busio flashing and pulverizing to knock Quid off of the Weaver's wall to make it happen. Really great stuff from him this game. But now he and the rest of FlyQuest got to be careful as Masu is immediately forced into the false life withdrawal. And Inspired, Busio, and Quad all now in full retreat. Honestly, though, the
that
Otacon
shutdown going, or that Otacon revival removal going over in trade for a teleport cooldown usage. So neither of their carries have died in any of these fights. Quad and wait a second.
Busio forced to use Unbreakable Will there as now he quick headbutt pull back into River. He'll make his way back out, but this is a pretty important cooldown for 100 Thieves to find. What about the rest of the fight though? Bwippo jumping into the middle of everybody, but he's already got the stasis, so they can't rightfully punish him. Quad goes on a killing spree, and Quid is already dead. FlyQuest full sending it. 100 Thieves are the only ones to lose a man.
And specifically, Bwippo has had some really good engages. He got the engage onto FBI in mid lane to start that other domino effect of a bunch of FlyQuest victories that they got. He runs in through here, gets another engage for them that will also earn them. Wait a second.
Masu straight into the back line. FBI straight into the dirt. The Corky damage 6, 0, and 6. Trinity Force, Muramana, Collector. It is a death warrant for anybody on 100 Thieves.
So, yeah, you just got erased right there. Masu jumps in, deleting 100 Thieves members left and right, and they're going to delete the Baron on top. Flowers, you might be thinking the FlyQuest comeback is complete.
This one's looking
pretty complete.
This one's looking pretty done, my friend. FlyQuest, despite their
died at all in this game, they've been calm, you know, even in the face of the pretty big early onslaught where 100 Thieves have been really building a nice early game.
But no, what I was going to say, you're talking about deathless carries, you're talking about playmaking on the top laner and the support. This goes back to the interview that Isaac had with Bwippo at the very beginning of the game. Everybody's got to know their role. They got to know what their champ does. They got to know where they got to be. And that's what FlyQuest has been doing in the second half of this game as Busio makes yet another engage, and Sniper's going to die again. Ayla follows right after as Quad continues leading the charge after River and Bwippo zones Quid and FBI away with a seismic shove, not finding its way onto anybody, and a rampage for Quad seals River's fate. FBI and Quid will scramble now, but it's only 2 Thieves against a full Fly squad as Bwippo and Inspired just trying to cut these minions off, just trying to make it that much more scary for anybody left standing on 100 Thieves, and FBI is not gonna survive. The minions are still there. The remaining Nexus turret falls. They want to try to get one more on Quid, and Inspired dies to the fountain laser. FlyQuest might have struggled a little bit early, but man, they put 100 Thieves in the ground in 30 minutes, game 1.
Need to get away. So, in theory, this is a very good, you know, split push comp from 100 Thieves with the Rise and the Bard synergy. Very big trade with the transformation saving him, but now they're going to welcome him back.
This is absolutely disastrous for 100 Thieves. It's first blood over to FlyQuest, and it's on.
Next set of grubs is going to arrive in 30 plus seconds at the moment. It's Bwippo, actually.
Yeah, Bwippo's hanging around for a long while here against Sniper. It looked like he was trying to bait him into something, but Ayla, this is not where he wanted to be. He goes on a magical journey straight to hell. Bwippo's the one sending him there. He did pretty hot.
So another kill for FlyQuest, and even though they get the Dragon on the opposite side of the map.
Constantly, this item can give you that last little bit of an edge you need to land the combo and make it so you win.
Huge advantage there by attacking the side. They chunk Quad, they force him out, and Quad doesn't have teleport to get back.
But FlyQuest is not done. They're still looking to potentially contest this, as Quad is going to hang around and try to clear out the wave underneath the tier 1 turret. A nice engage coming out from Busio, finds it onto 3, but now he could be in danger if they haven't found any kills here just yet. Quid is going to die. Nice job from Whippo. He's already found 2. He's looking for a 3rd. That hot dog's about to get munched, and Inspired's chowing down. FBI tries to escape, but it's 5 FlyQuest players on the hunt. They don't even need to land the grand entrance. FlyQuest just mopped the floor with them.
That's why we said.
Of one less man involved as Ayla tries to get away. Busio jumps in there with the grand entrance. River still looking to contest here at the Herald itself. Whippo dives in, going after Quid, followed up by Inspired. A ton of damage onto the 100 Thieves mid, but not enough to kill him. The Herald is going to be claimed by the Sejuani as Ayla finds a nice tempered fate, but they need to follow it up. Whippo is very low, but he ain't going to be killed off yet. The Croc does not die. FlyQuest have found 2 more, and they're still looking for a 3rd. Inspired continues to chase after Ayla, but he can't quite catch the Bard. It does not matter. It's another 2 kills. It's another objective. It's another 1 fight for FlyQuest.
I think 100 Thieves should have just hard committed more to split pushing. They keep going into these fights versus FlyQuest, who want them and are happy to take them. And FlyQuest are not only going to get the kills, they're going to get the Rift Herald, so bye-bye towers.
Adios, Mr. Tower. It was nice knowing you. Inspired just knocks that one down easy peasy. Drives the Herald into the tier 3 just for that extra little bit of damage with more Void Mites. It does cost him his 24. A brief walk through history. It's definitely FlyQuest favored, currently 9-3 going into this series. And it looks like FlyQuest is about to turn it into an 11-3 as they're looking to make this a fast 2-0 with the state of the second game. Another pick comes through, another death onto Ayla's Bard, and another kill in the pockets of Masu's Zaya. FlyQuest continuing to keep the pressure on the mid lane here as, the Fury just immediately destroyed as soon as he tries to jump in. Not even that W is getting you away from that one. Throughout the day, that is just absolute littering as FlyQuest has moved their way onto Otacon. Whenever you see an Otacon this early, it's always either disaster or damn, this is a stomp. And it's the second. It's the second one this time around, my friend, because FlyQuest, they're not going to be challenged at all.
Where they recalled their bottom lane. Quad here, though, has a revive and wants to go fight.
Okay, River and Sniper both still trying to get away as, Ayla does not manage to temper fade Whippo, only himself. The Croc's gonna knock him down, easy peasy. Realm Warp from Quid arrives, but then you still gotta be a little bit careful about it as Whippo tries to get away. Sterix Gauge to keep him a little bit higher HP. The false life finally procs. He nearly takes Quid with him. And right when it looks like 100 Thieves might finally be able to get a kill, get some kind of a punish, it's the Otacon earned by FlyQuest 22 minutes into the game that makes it so even those hopes and dreams are dashed as Masu solo takes down the next Drake of the game. Quad continues the solo push down here in the bottom lane, and they're able to do all these things individually because they are so far ahead, and 100 Thieves is torn in so many different directions that punishing these plays just feels impossible.
I would agree. It is impossible. I'm just going to go ahead and say,
right.
You know
We're
what?
on the same page.
It feels like it's impossible. And it also is.
Okay.
Because of the Otacon
on in the meantime, as FlyQuest continue looking for the last remaining tier 2 turret on the 100 Thieves side. Tempered Fate's going to lock him up here a little bit. Inspired's got to be careful. Isolated from the rest of the squad, down to about half HP. Flashes over the wall, ready to join up with the rest of FlyQuest. Whippo is already godlike, grabbing the kill there onto Quid. Quad arrives in the middle of everybody. He's going to buy time here with the stasis. Sniper wanting to see if he can do anything about it, but no, FBI is going to get hunted down. The Chaos Storm ready to burn him away. FlyQuest, they'll take the tier 2, they'll force the fight, they'll get 2 kills, but now Quad's in danger. Slam back into the wall, but Busio's ready to reinforce. River trying to counterattack here with a Hound's Pursuit, and finally it's 100 Thieves on the board, but at what cost? Inspired jumps over the wall, forcing the flashback out from Ayla. 100 Thieves, 25 minutes into the game, finally get their first kill, but it costs them 3 more bodies and a tier 2 turret.
And a Baron.
And a Baron.
But we're on the board.
But they're on the board.
We got him. Yep, FlyQuest's going to collect that Baron. I don't think there's even a possibility of any sort of heroics there from the 100 Thieves side, but Yeah, FlyQuest here. What a start to this group, Flowers.
Yeah.
This matchup, I think, was the matchup. He's been so good from the beginning because of the chunks he was getting onto Sniper in lane was the whole reason they were able to make the start of that really good sequence of calls.
Oh, Whippo's in a 1v2 down here from the bottom side. Let's see if he can take out River and Sniper on his lonesome. Turns it right back onto the hot dog. 100 Thieves are scattering. They're like, all right, dude, sorry. That's our bad. We need to get the hell out of here. Run away, Mr. Dog. Whippo wanted to get the Call to Meek there to get that last little bit of damage onto River, but he can't quite do it. So Whippo fights off 2 of them fair and square. Meanwhile, the rest of the team forces down 2 inhibitors in top and mid. Bullet time used from FBI there to clear out the massive wave of super minions, try to prolong the game a little bit longer, as now Whippo is ready to heal up, rejoin the rest of FlyQuest on the push. He doesn't have the dominance. I don't think he really needs it, Kobe. FlyQuest just waiting on a couple more minion waves. Tempered Fate ain't gonna get nothing as Ayla drops again. Monster ready to keep the push going forward. Double kill back over to Quad as the Chaos Storm gets larger and larger. Quid tries to escape. The Feather Storm's not gonna find the execution it looks for, but the first Nexus turret is already down. The second about to go as well. FlyQuest is low, but 100 Thieves can't stop him. Nexus open now. All 5 FlyQuest players still alive. Quad's damage with the lasers from range, still putting the pressure on 100 Thieves as Quid steps forward and finally grabs the shutdown back on Amasu, and FlyQuest are making their game-ending push here onto the fountain, onto the steps of 100 Thieves. It's 17-2. It's an absolute murder for FlyQuest.